finger, so to speak, on every control button, right? Every single thing you can do, there is no movement time. You just, the moment you think about it, you just twitch that finger and you do it. Yeah. We got ourselves Springman versus his robot doppelganger in Springtron. So it looks like Piggybank, being a Springman main, rocking the Slap-a-Mander and the Toaster, going up again against the double electric threat that Ollover represented when we saw him up here earlier.
Yeah, so we got fire and electricity going at it right now. And we got the Thunderbird and the Megawatt, of course, and the Toaster and the Slap-a-Mander, like you said. And I like what he's doing, using the Slap-a-Mander to charge, to punish the charge on the EMP. Looking already good so far for Piggybank.
This is exactly the sort of proactive play that I think is necessary against Springtron, right? It's just, as opposed to just worrying about like getting the frame perfect punish on the pulse, just don't let him pulse. Don't let him have those permanent charged arms. Don't let that be a risk.
Yeah.
And
that's
wow, that's a perfect.
Yeah.
Piggybank, now I can see for sure why he is seeded to get out of here, right?
Yeah.
Like, that was clean. We saw Ollover essentially run over somebody just beforehand, so.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy, man.
Yeah.
And I remember someone in the ARMS chat talking and saying that, I think it was Resolve?
Yeah.
I think that said that he thinks that Slap-a-Mander is broken. And we're seeing it right now to be able to get those knockdowns and be able to get those curves he needs and just boom, boom, all over the place. And just suffocating Ollover and just able to get 355 damage with that rush.
And right now the pressure has not let up. In fact, Piggybank with so much confidence getting even closer and closer to Ollover, forcing these dashes to prevent the EMP punch from happening.
Yeah, and I like what Piggybank did there. He used the dash and the reflect that you get after the dash to be able to take away that arm and just get another quick KO right there. That's going to be a 2-0 round there for Piggybank.
I mean, Ollover definitely did have a lot more clear signs of life, was able to disengage, get a few punches in on Piggybank, but Piggybank looking to have a very firm grasp on exactly what he needs to do in this matchup. I think that's one of the benefits of being a regular streamer is that like you're constantly playing the game online, so you're very familiar with the meta shift. So it's like when Springtron first came out, right? Like that's the DLC flavor of the month. Everybody was playing Springtron and stuff, like trying to figure out like is he actually really busted or is he like really doable and able to be fought? And like if you're playing the game constantly online, you know this matchup now forever. Like you're gonna know how to deal with Springtron gimmicks.
Yeah, and it's really cool because online is actually a lot more viable than, say, Smash.
Oh, yes, yeah. The connection in ARMS is pretty darn good, in my experience. I've not had any issues with it.
And, I mean, if Nintendo can host online tournaments with it, then, I mean, that's got to mean something, right?
So long as you make sure everyone has a LAN switch, which they did for the Open, at least for the top 8.
Yeah. And it's also really cool. I mean, a part of that helps is like because Smash you have to share the screen, so that's why there's more lag. But then when you're playing ARMS, it's first person technically. So then the lag is like kind of secondary. So it's like you won't experience any, but then like your opponent might be jittering around or something like that. So it at least has the illusion that it's more smooth. But of course, like I said, it's actually really smooth even when you do play it. All right, so. We got double Thunderbird. Wow, okay. And then we got the Toaster and the Slap-a-Mander again. And we're going on to the sparring ring.
And just like that, you see that little cautionary sign. Like that's the plus side of, oh my god, that Slap-a-Mander is being able to constantly pressure one arm over and over and over again, because once that arm breaks, it's a free opening. Yeah, and we see Ollover trying to charge up this EMP, trying to get something started and get that charge in, but Piggybank has just been suffocating every time. Finally able to get one out, but still has one arm to defend, so doesn't get as big of a punish as he could have. But I mean, what's important is now he has permanently charged Thunderbirds, right? Yeah. Or at least, not permanently, but for 5 seconds. He gets knocked down immediately, though. Not going to get to enjoy it, and Piggybank keeps the pressure on. But it looks like Ollover has figured out, like, okay, I cannot get away with trying to do this in neutral. Like, Piggybank is keeping me honest. I can still do it on knockdown, right? And that looks to be his more focus is, okay, focus on winning neutral. And, like, I still have a pretty nice shockwave ability and stuff. It will be a fair fight. Get him knocked down, get my game started. I want to talk about the ground pressure that Piggybank's doing. A lot of people will say that Springman's definitely like a ground-based character. And what he did was that when he put Ollover in the corner, just dashed left and right, making him try to commit to something and able to get a punish. But here we go. We got the spark into the grab, so that's going to be some damage put on Piggybank there. Gets the EMP as well. Oh, but immediately afterwards gets punched in the face by Piggybank. Never mind. Alrighty, both of these two just whipping, trying to get their footing, able to dash around and able to catch the rush, and doesn't catch him on block, so he's actually able to get 340 damage out of that. That's big for Piggybank there. Yeah, he takes that right to the bank. But Ollover looking to make this comeback. I mean, he's got full rush, he's got himself some pretty good capacity to ride some momentum if he can find the right opening. but it's so hard and only a sliver of health left. The Slapamander causing so much havoc for him. You see how much he has to swoop out of the way to get out of the way of the Slapamander. That homing so good.
Yeah, that arm is pretty busted. Just from looking at it, Piggybank is at least making it look busted. And there we go. Again, I like that, just being able to curve around that arm, just dash to the right and move the arm to the left, and that's going to be 2-0 for Piggybank.
Yeah, very nicely done by him. Another strong threat to be going into the top 16.
Yeah.
Guaranteed advancement out of here.
Yep, just moving on to the winner side of bracket of things.
Meanwhile, Ollover, I believe, has to win one more set in the loser's end in order to escape.
Yes, I believe he's dropped down immediately into the like losers quarters.
Yeah,
and then like moves on to the
We get it. Yeah. It's so weird to call those like losers quarters. Or like this was technically a winner semis, but like it's to get out.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
it's not a semi of anything. Like you're done now.
Yeah, exactly.
But
alrighty, so that's Piggybank. Just gonna be moving on in the bracket, and I believe we're gonna have the next matches. Pega and Hess probably the other side of the side of winner semis. Yeah,
that would absolutely make sense. Yeah, that is not a set you don't play on stream.
Yeah,
especially like two great players and one of them